That's much better. Ah, that's loud.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Howdy.
So just in case you're curious.
I should mute the stream so I'm not hearing you twice. There we go.
And yourself.
Yes. I think they call that a speech jammer. I think that's
See, that could be fun. It'd be like a 10-15 second speech jammer.
Yeah, that wouldn't... I don't know if that would work as well. I still actually want to try that.
See, I've seen like videos of Markiplier with it where he is just struggling to say the word hello.
Yes. Yeah, it seems super fun. I mean, well, he ended the video where he was trying to play like the world's hardest game with a speech jammer with I would not wish that on anyone else ever. Try it yourself. So
So I just put Skyping with Shazbot in the stream title, so maybe people say, hey, it's Shazbot, maybe people say, who's Shazbot? Is this another OT runner?
Yeah, I'm super fast actually, and I'm really good at that.
So you just need to like randomly be like, oh yeah, I just got bufferless.skip again.
Yeah. That thing that I do. Yeah. I know what all of the skips are.
All of them.
Yeah, I can do every skip. You use bombs for those, right?
Yeah. Actually, my favorite skip, or trick, I guess, in any Zelda game, besides Super Swims because they're hilarious, is there's a thing in Majora's Mask where you use the little dog that's running around town. It is vital that you can Z-target him.
Oh my goodness. What do you use him for? Is he just like a thing to Z-target to make a thing happen?
He is a delayed Z-target. So if you're doing a hover, your camera gets completely stuck. So this is interesting. But so you get ISG off the dog. And start doing a hover with him, and then after he sits there from you dropping him and starting a hover, he runs off after a couple seconds. And when he runs off, you can Z-target him and unfreeze your camera.
Ah! Wow, that's like that was planned.
But you can use that to get into the clock tower early. And if you can get past the door that only opens at the end of the final day, then you can fight Majora anytime you want.
Oh, well that's nice. See, you remember that? I mean, I'm sure it still exists. Do you remember that website that's like Hack This Website?
Yeah.
And it was like progressively more difficult challenges to compromise the integrity of this website.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make a game that's like Hack This Game or Break This Game, where it's just like that's the challenge, is do something that you're not supposed to be able to do in order to complete this.
So like a game that's about glitches.
Glitches. Yeah. So being able to get out of bounds is like, that's what you're looking for, is where's the place where I can get out of bounds? And where's the thing that I can exploit to let me get to this place before I'm supposed to?
That would be a lot of fun.
It would be so much work, because there would ostensibly have to be, like, a base game. Like, I mean, comparing it to the game that I talk about way too much, there would have to be a freedom ending for you to then subvert, basically.
That was slow.
And that game, it better not actually be broken anywhere, or that's going to be confusing.
See, I think you could play it off in two ways. Like, you could have it be within the story, like there is a world in the story that you're trying to break, a la .hack.
Right.
But then you could also, like, the game itself breaks, a la The Return of Duke Hazard.
Oh, I don't know that reference, I'm sorry.
It was a game called The Return of Duke Hazard, if I'm remembering the name right. But it was a stereotypical protagonist that had never been in another game, by the way. And it was his glorious sequel, but his sequel, like, kept on getting invaded by other games.
Oh, okay, I feel like I've heard of this, actually.
Oh, that was really poor. That was worse.
Well, see, it's like the question of, if you're looking for, like, let's use the out of bounds, for example. If you're looking for, how do I get out of bounds? Is it that you can escape the boundaries of this room and then you're, quote, out of bounds, and it looks like out of bounds, but you're not actually out of bounds, you're within a boundary that looks like out of bounds?
See, it would have to be that, because, like...
You really got out of
bounds.
bounds.
The thing about glitches is that if you mess up, you've probably, like, soft locked the game or something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, stuff like Ocarina of Time is such a, like, wealth of fun. You know, I mean, you look at the, like, weird arcane rituals people have, like, figured out and then perform in order to accomplish what they want. What if that was actually the goal of the game, was find the bottle that you can put a fish in that lets you play a bomb, and then that'll let you do this thing that lets you skip this place?
I think that would work. Like, I'm trying to think, because I've played some things that are like that. Like, I played a lot of Halo 2, and I did a lot of glitching in Halo 2, and it was fun to just kind of do tricks that I had done before.
Yeah.
So I think that there is a lot of, like, sandbox value in that.
No, that's true. Even if it didn't have, like, a goal, if it was just like, hey, see if you can do this, see if you can break this. As a side note, I didn't realize until I was watching one of your other runs that the stairs actually just, like, get smaller.
Yeah, same thing with Lon Lon Ranch. They just kind of disappear.
Oh, really?
Oh, I was watching my...
Oh, no.
It's still night.
Oh, no!
See how there's actually no one standing there? And there's no chickens.
Oh, no! Oh, there you go. Alright.
It doesn't lose too much time, but it's silly.
Oh, because you don't have to sit through the cutscene a second time.
Right.
Just... Oh, there's 6 seconds of time not passing towards night.
Alright, turned around early.
Sorry, I'm distracting you from your chicken collecting.
But one thing I'm thinking about is that if you were making a game that was kind of breaking itself, you would kind of the difficulty curve on it would be really tough to regulate.
Like the idea that, okay, you can't get out. You can get out of bounds easily here, but that doesn't allow you to totally exploit this other part.
That and a lot of glitches are difficult to do, like more so than normal gameplay. So ostensibly, some parts of the game would be really difficult. And not to hate on modern gaming, but a lot of games recently are really simple.
No, that's really true.
And they're forgiving, I think is a good word for it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's almost like if you wanted to have a better difficulty curve, or a more gentle difficulty curve, I feel like you'd have to have, like, basically a tutorial of some kind. Like, even if it wasn't a tutorial level, but if it's like in the early levels, you know how Canonless star on Womp's Fortress is really easy to get once you know the exact setup?
Yeah.
Then you'd almost have to have, like, early levels, there's, you know, Otacon on the other end of the phone saying, hey, okay, so here's what you need to do, and gives you the setup for how to break this level, and then later levels you have to, like, put what you've learned to use.
I think that'd be fun.
I think that'd be really cool.
This run's amazing.
Some game designing.
Are way over there.
Having a congregation over there.
They're closer to the graveyard than to the chicken coop.
These chickens are already dead inside.
So yeah, that was crit failing Wes, accidentally going into Kakariko early, and having terrible chickens.
So that's why you're behind, is all of those factors.
Yes.
Like, I know what it means. I know it's because chickens are, like, vaguely RNG, but having terrible chickens is still a wonderful oh, I just got terrible chickens this time.
They're a lot more manipulatable than I thought.
Oh, okay.
And to be honest, I don't understand them enough. I kind of do the route that every runner does.
Oh.
It's like, okay, get this chicken, try and aim it towards this corner, then do this. But there's probably a lot of reasoning behind it that makes me a lot less flexible, because I don't understand.
Oh, that makes sense. So
And there aren't a ton of exposés on YouTube about, like, chicken AI.
Why not? That's what I want to know.
I mean, like, you can watch a 2-hour video on why RBA works.
Right, yeah, where they're explaining, like, all of the memory corruption that it entails.
Yeah. Oh, that was odd. There we go.
Oh, nice!
I am losing time there. I accidentally hit B too early. Because I'm, like, holding Z during the pause menu. So sometimes the start menu changes the different sides.
Oh.
Because you hit Z and R to rotate between the different menus. But so I hit start to unpause while it was rotating, and then I hit B, so it's like, oh, obviously you want to save.
Oh! Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, thanks.
But going back to the video game thing, like back in the old, like Quake Arena games, I remember there was like these obstacle courses that you could go through that were basically training for how to move. And the very first one I went through was really, really simple. It's like hit W to move forward sort of thing.
Right, right.
And I was like, okay, this seems really simple. Let me just skip on to the last one. But you had to do like a rocket jump, something, 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 to get to the entrance of the final training. Which was stuff that you learned in the previous ones, which is really cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, I'm all about that kind of, like, Portal style. You're playing the game, but secretly the entire game was a tutorial for how to beat the game.
Yeah. But that game in particular just stuck into my mind because I never got it. I never, like, sat through the other tutorials to get there, and it was just a piece of the game that I was never allowed to access.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that's kind of veering into game difficulty debates. That guy I linked you to a while ago, Matthew Matosis, he's got a whole spiel on that. Because in Galaxy 2 there's a guide that, like, if you're having trouble beating a level, the guide will help you beat that level.
Oh.
So that you can get to the other galaxies, like, if you're having trouble with this one.
Right. And then, I mean, there's the joke about, what? Some of the Mario games where it'll, like, if you fail a level enough times, then it'll be like, it'll give you this super special star that makes you not quite invincible, but almost. I think Penny Arcade did, I think it's a Leaf. Penny Arcade did a comic where it's like, you know, oh, you're having so much trouble, you know, here, have this leaf. And, like, Mario grabs it and goes, okay, fine. And all the Goombas are going, wow, Mario, you're doing so good! Don't step on me! But yeah, that's... I don't know how I feel about that. Like, yeah, I can see, you know, if it's like a story game and maybe you want to move on and find out what happens, then that makes sense. But like, what's that one that everyone talked about that's like you're a detective and you have to discern whether people are lying or telling the truth?
Yeah.
I can't think of that one. But that has these like
L.A. Noire.
Yeah, that one. And that has these, like, sections of, like, shoot this guy exactly in the face, but don't hit the hostage, or else you fail. And if you can't do that, but you just want to be a detective, then you can skip those sections after you failed it a certain number of times. You can just skip past it. That makes sense to me. Going, I want to play a Mario game, but not this level. That's weird.
Well, Matthew Matosis brought up a cool point. Okay. In that this is for the Wii/Wii U. I think it's Wii U. Either way, it has, like, motion controls to it.
Oh,
So, if you, like, some people might physically have disabilities and can't do this level with the spring that requires a lot of wrist movement.
Oh, I see. So if this is, like, actually killing your wrist, then yeah, you should just skip this level and play the rest of the game.
Yeah. And
no, that's fair.
Like, he brings up a good point in that there's no reason to not have it.
Yeah.
Like, it lessens the grand title you get of I beat this game because you could beat it without playing it, but that's it. If you don't like this, basically it's for a selfish reason.
No, that's true. And I mean, you can still say I beat this without using blur. Like,
yeah.
like I mean, if you beat Pokemon, or if you beat Pokemon on a Nuzlocke challenge, those are totally different games.
Yes.
And if you say, I beat Pokemon Nuzlocke, people are going to ask, okay, specifically which rules were you using, and did you ever cheat? But that's going to carry all the weight of, I did the Nuzlocke challenge.
Yeah.
Without Pokemon having to be harder. So, no, that's okay. Alright, that's fair. Basically, there's no reason to not have a skip button. If you want to do that, you should be. I actually know, along that vein, I have a friend that I really want to play Braid, because I think that that ending scene would just, that it would blow him away as much as it blew me away. I keep bringing up pretentious games, I'm so sorry. But that I loved that, and I was like, oh, you gotta play this. You would be just as much like how I wanted to write 5 English essays on this game, and you would too. And so I was like telling him, you know, you have to play this game. And he can't get past the level with the ladders and the drop the ring and do the slow down the ladders descent so that you can jump. Like, that requires a lot of coordination.
I think Braid's a really good thing for that, because it's difficult as modern games go, and has a very different reward than the game challenges.
Yeah.
So it's a very, like, timing mechanics-based game, that then gives you a very, for lack of a better word, well, I forgot the word that was bad, but a very cerebral reward.
Yeah, that's actually a good word, so that's probably better than whatever you were going to use.
I was thinking intelligent, but that's really bad.
Yeah, cerebral's good, because it totally is. I mean, it's like, you know, I'm saying I keep bringing up pretentious games, but like Stanley Parable requires no skill to get at all of its like insight. You just have to think really hard to get a thinky reward. And then Braid is like, here, complete this like thing where you jump onto a ladder and then jump off and then drop the ring at exactly the right point so that you can jump. But what if I figured out exactly what I need to do and I still can't perform it? That's entirely possible with that game. And so then, you know, my one friend, I keep being like, have you beaten Braid yet? You would love the ending. You have to see it. And he, like can't. I told him he should just hire a prostitute to play Braid for him. Just, like, go out, hire a hooker, be like, can you please beat this game for me? My fingers are just uncoordinated. Just beat this game. And so that I can see the ending.
Alright, let me see if I can get this real fast.
Okay, yeah.
Drop bugs. Quick draw my bottle. 2 frames. 1 more frame. I think that's too late, but we'll see. Yeah, that's too late. Recatch bugs. Drop them again. Alright, that's the frame I wanted.
I don't know when this comment was left, but that I just popped onto your actual stream page and somebody left you the comment, you got the Master Sword in 14 minutes? I have played for 2 years and never even became Adult Link.
That's too bad, because I really don't like the child dungeons.
I just wanted to share that with you.
It's like, all of the adult dungeons are cool. None of the child ones are.
I mean, well,
just think about, like, inside Jabu Jabu's belly.
I mean, kind of, well, I have nostalgia goggles because, like, I'm like, well, that was kind of, like, weird and cool, like inside his creature. I mean, that was neat. And, like, Dodongo's Cavern had Lizalfos in it, so no, that was the adult one, wasn't it?
No, the child Dodongo's one had Lizalfos.
Okay, yeah. So, like, I mean, there were some benefits, but that was just like what told me being like, oh, the dinosaur thing, this is awesome. So, I don't really think that's a good measure of like gameplay. I mean, most of the adult dungeons are more like I feel like when I played this game and I was a lot younger, the adult dungeons were really hard for me, and the kid dungeons were more at my level.
I almost talked to Danpei. That would have been fun.
That would have been terrible. Well, I mean, probably just
I would have had to start the race and then grab bombs and left.
yeah.
But I think he talks slow.
Oh.
I
still just feel satisfied every time you fall into a grave. I feel like, ah.
Me too.
I'm not even playing, and I'm still like, ah, it's so wonderful.
I can run at it at full speed, and I'll just kind of fall in. So I was watching a Final Fantasy X speedrun the other day.
Oh.
As in
wait,
the one
isn't that
with
the one with
Waka.
like, yeah, and Blitzball and stuff. Yeah, the one that I played like a tiny bit of, and then went to college and you played it without me. I remember that.
Me too. Because like I was just playing the tiniest bit and then someone predominant died and I was like, well crap.
Yeah, it was like someone died and someone else like betrayed the party. Like it was that guy that I kept screaming about was evil, and then he turned out to actually be evil and all this other stuff. Yeah, no, and then you like sent me a message of, so here's some things that have happened, and I'm like, what? I do, but no, yes, I remember that game, sort of.
But also like our PlayStation 2 couldn't handle it and was like freezing in cinematics.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Cool.
Oh, nice. Was that first try?
Yeah, I'm still way behind, but that was a little shallow. Let me try an S. Nope.
Nope.
I've learned to wait until the last second to try an S because I'm not confident in my S.
That makes sense. It's like, alright, if I don't S, then I'll just avoid running into a tree.
Yeah, I was doing a run once with just a friend watching, and I stopped a super slide right in the middle of a random bush that was in Hyrule Field. And he was like, wow, you have to dodge all of that or else it'll stop your slides? How are you doing all this backwards?
Oh my goodness.
So this is still the run that I lose a minute in the fairy fountain too.
Oh, where you like don't play the song at the right place and just blow up some bombs and all of that stuff?
Yes, that's the one.
Ah.
But I've been having a lot of trouble with Stalfos lately. I don't know why, but I've been dying to them a scary amount.
Oh. I mean, is that like because you stopped Z-targeting them and you're doing power crouches that it's like easier to die to them?
It is an objectively harder fight doing it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know, I was having no problem with them for a while, and then I was like, oh, these guys are fine. And I stopped getting a fairy, and then I started dying.
Oh. Well, that's why.
Well, I like wasn't using the fairy at all, and then I stopped getting it, and
I mean, that's basic Murphy's Law, man. You bring an umbrella, it doesn't rain. You don't bring an umbrella, it rains.
So I'm losing time on this split because I'm buying arrows here.
Oh. Why are you doing that?
It is faster that I'm like not going for fairy at the end. So I don't have to go to that place in Ganon's castle.
And get arrows, I see.
Yeah. Ow. But unfortunately my splits will look bad until Ganondorf.
I like how I can look at your splits and it's like, doing fine, bad chickens.
See, in my PB, my Kokiri Sword and Forest Escape were absolutely terrible. I had one, like, good sword and escape, and I got pauseless Navilus skip, the one where you just, like, jump slash into the corner.
Nice, yeah.
And I was like 21 seconds ahead at that point.
Dude!
And I was like 50 seconds ahead when I got to Master Sword. Oh, that was some weird lag. See, I'm like lagging right when the bomb wants to explode.
Oh, that's a bad time.
There we go.
Yay!
That was a better angle because I was looking at the tree this time. It's still a little shallow, but it's so much better.
Bump.
Actually, that tree like bumped me into the right place.
That's actually perfect, yeah.
There are people that can ESS around the corner and into here. I'm not one of those people. This text, a lot of this text is skippable, but I don't want to hit B too much. I actually ended a run by hitting B too much.
Oh no!
Because I dropped bugs, it erased my quiver, because I still had Kojiro. I like dropped bugs in the frame before getting the butcher's saw.
Oh no!
So I had Kojiro for that frame, dropped bugs, had collection delay, so I immediately got Kojiro, or got the butcher's saw, and never had a quiver, ever.
Oh no! Wow! See, wouldn't it be amazing, like, I'm sorry, I'm going back to this game that I want to exist. Wouldn't it be amazing if, like, in that moment, something popped up and said, like, game over? Like, or maybe, like, Morrowind style, where it's like...
You've created a doomed universe.
Yeah. You cannot progress. You can either quit now or continue in the doomed world you have created.
So if you're too close to the edge, he just doesn't bother jumping. If you're too far from the edge, then he, like, catches on the second ledge. So you have to be, like, halfway on that flat part.
Oh, that's the trick?
That's some of it. Let me hop this way.
That's the trick.
Oh, the lag.
Yay, playing on an N64!
I hope I'm high enough. Good. I don't have enough health to want to mess with that Tektite.
Oh.
But I've wasted like 2 bombs, so I'm okay. I have 8 coming in here, which is alright.
Oh, yeah, because you just gotta do this and then Gerudo, right?
I have to use 2 here, 1 to do this, and then to jump out.
Yeah.
If I can, like... Why is this never working anymore?
Oh no!
No. Well, it's better.
Boom.
Thankfully that doesn't hurt you,
Oh, that's nice.
because then I'd be dead.
I was watching a Sonic Boom playthrough. Well, kind of a playthrough. And that's the thing that happens occasionally when you're not controlling one of the characters and you just like leave him in the path of a laser or something, and he'll just like stand there getting hit by the laser, and it's fine.
Look how much time I'm making up here.
Wow.
I'm ahead now.
Awesome. I actually am not sure that I know your route anymore at this point.
I'm not save warping here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just doing the Prelude of Light so that I'll still have a glitch sword at the end.
Ah.
Because I messed up a run that was doing really good by failing the super slide at the end. So I was like at Ganon fight and just like, well, that was a fun run.
Yeah. Well, we had a good time, didn't we?
And as much as I say I'm here to get better, not to get good times, I really want to beat this 105 because it's so beatable.
It's like, oh, it messes up so much. Surely. Surely.
I had a run that was 4 minutes ahead of it.
Wow.
And I think I died. I forget exactly what happened.
Oh no.
Well, I'm pretty confident I died. I'm just not sure how.
Which death it was.
Yeah. Final super slide achieved. At a decent angle.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a fine angle. I think I'll bump... Nope, I almost had that.
Aww.
You can hit this side of the wall and slide this way.
Uh-huh.
But I like hit just on the other side of the corner. So I have 5 attempts at Gerudo Mega.
Alright. I am not going to say anything that will jinx you one way or another.
It is fine. It's even just morning, so I get music.
Oh, well, I can't hear the music.
I apologize.
So I muted the stream.
Hmm.
I'll imagine it in my head. And not sing it.
Because it'd be like 2 notes off.
Yeah. Check it. Yeah, no, it would... No.
Right, I'm lined up. Flip, roll, run, bonk. Side hop, roll to target. Side hop, roll to target. Backflip, backflip. Side hop, shield. Instant shield drop, roll, backflip. 2 frames. 1 more frame. That's the frame I want. 1 more frame. That's the frame I want. Start holding down. Go 1 more frame. Go 1 more frame. That's the frame I want.
Yes! Excellent!
I'm so glad that works every time that works.
Yeah. Pause buffering seems so much more reliable on 64.
It is. Now look, I'm a minute ahead.
Wow.
And I have 4 bombs in case I die to Ganon.
Oh, because then you have to beat him with bombs, right?
Then I have to super slide in the cutscene the second time.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's much better then.
But I'm gonna be doing this without fairies. If I want to, I could like go get fairies anyway. I'm halfway tempted to because that wouldn't take a whole minute, and so I'd still potentially beat my time.
You might still be ahead, yeah.
Or I could just go for the good time.
I want to be like, go big or go home, but like, then I'd feel really bad if you just died.
I think I'm gonna go for not fairies, because that's what I was intending to do.
So do you need to like go get a soda or anything?
Yeah, this would be the time to do it. See, Wind Waker is nice, because there's a few scenes that you don't have to advance at all.
Advance? Ah, you just kind of wander off while they play through.
Yeah. I mentioned I was watching a Final Fantasy X run. He said,
yeah,
there's some cutscenes here I can grab a shower during.
Wow.
It was a 10-hour run.
Wow. You said last night you were watching a Super Mario RPG race.
It was a 9-person race because it's the 19th anniversary. Yesterday. Or today,
awesome.
I don't know.
One of the days. Maybe the day before yesterday, honestly. Japan.
Yeah, I don't know that game well enough to really competently watch a race, but it was fun watching lots of people run it at the same time.
I mean, like, since the one that we watched from AGDQ, the guy was like, oh yeah, there's actually no RNG in this, then it would be weird to watch, like, the exact same thing happening. Like, across 9 screens.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of just, like, understanding, because, like, if you missed your 100 bounce super jump sort of thing, then you'd have to understand how Mac reacted during... Well, not Mac, that's a bad example, but...
Yeah. I'm glad that we both had that response at the same time. That's like the one cool skip in that entire game.
I was thinking Johnny, but said Mac.
Oh, okay.
These bosses have the best names.
Yeah, those great names, very memorable. Like Yuridovic.
I mean, at least that's not Johnny.
Johnny, yeah. You know, that boss, Johnny, from that one game?
That Mario game? But there's, what, Mac, Punchinello, I remember.
Punchinello, is he really a boss?
Yeah, you get a star from him.
Oh, I know you don't. You just find a star in his vicinity.
I thought you got one from him after the fight.
Yeah, it's like just there.
Oh, he like explodes and a star falls from the ceiling.
Yeah, it was like in the rafters, and he's just there like trying to make a name for himself. You don't even get the Smithy music. You just get the same music that Krakow gives you.
Well, he's close enough to a boss. He
He's
had
like,
minions.
he's as much a boss as Balome is. I'll say that. And Balome, I guess, counts as a boss, but he's not like a boss. He's like a mini boss.
He's like 3 mini bosses, so he's like the boss of all of the sewer levels combined.
Yeah. Balome rules the sewers. Bowser may rule the kingdom, but Balome rules the sewers.
Does Balome ever show up in anything ever again?
No, I mean, maybe he's owned by Squaresoft like Gino is. I don't think so. I'm gonna look it up now because I'm curious. Okay. I don't want to see your weird Balome fan art, thanks.
But I worked so hard on it.
No. Well, I'll look at your weird fan art. Nope. Just Super Mario RPG. That's it. I mean, the Super Mario Wiki wouldn't lie to me.
I mean, there's been so many strange characters. I'm really happy that like Princess Rosalina came back. Because she was like from some really weird, obscure Luigi games.
Oh, really? Now she's like Princess of the Stars or something. I don't actually know Rosalina's lore. I do know that I want Gino to be in a game that she's in because he would conceivably answer to her.
See, he would work so well in the Galaxy games.
I know! I'm mad! I'm gonna be mad about this forever. Like, I would probably be more mad if Gino just showed up and, like, wasn't right. And I'm like, no, that's wrong, you got him all wrong. I'd probably be more mad. But I'm still unhappy that he's, like, owned by Square and will never ever see him in a Mario game again.
Yeah. Yay. I didn't fall off.
I mean, we never saw... Oh, what's her name? Queen...
Oh, the Cloud Kingdom?
Yeah! Like when you punch her booby circle. She was never in another game, to my knowledge.
I know what you're talking about. I'm thinking it's like a Cleopatra motif, but I can't think of her name.
Oh, gee.
I'm gonna guess Cloudopatra, but that's probably not right.
No, I don't think so. Valentina!
Thank you.
Yep.
And Dodo.
Yep. I remember Dodo.
Everyone remembers Dodo.
He has the best music. Other than the mushroom things.
Why? Come on.
I like him doing crouch stabs upwards. Oh, you like sliced him downwards, is that bad? Oh, okay. Sweet. Okay.
Well, I didn't die.
Yay!
I should really have a split here.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's the nice I didn't die split.
Yeah. But I still might die here because I've been doing really bad at these guys lately.
Cool.
Like this.
Why did he not do his thing?
I didn't stay there long enough.
Oh, jeez.
But now I can do 2.
That's terrifying.
Do you see how he like blocked that second one?
Yeah.
I had one where he blocked enough of them that he got up on the staircase and could hit over my shield.
Oh no!
Oh, you are so nice today. So he's like really close to the stairs, so if he like blocked another, I would have had to wait for him. But now that's a thing I know that I have to do. Also, a couple runs ago, I forgot to equip items before going to Ganondorf.
Oh no!
So it wasn't.
This is gonna be. This is if you end up having to run against this time. This is gonna be so much fun to run against because you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm ahead. Oh no, he's catching up.
Yeah. At least I missed 2 super slides.
That's true.
And apparently Ocarina items is the hardest trick in the game.
Darn. I didn't realize that.
So the first time I did Ocarina items, I was just like fiddling around in an emulator. And they're just like, yeah, just hit the bottle and then another item in the air. And I was like, it can't be this plays Ocarina. Oh.
Oh yeah, this is easy, no problemo.
Because it's, like we mentioned before, this is a really solid game. It has never broken on me accidentally.
Yeah.
But then it's surprisingly easy to break if you put pressure anywhere.
That's a great description of it, honestly.
I guess surprisingly breakable. It's not always easy.
Okay, no, that's fair. It just breaks so beautifully. So that's the thing that gets me. Like, I know I've said this before, but there's so many games where it's like you can do a thing and get out of bounds and be like, well, I broke the whole game. But Ocarina breaks in such so many glorious ways.
Let me see if I can get this.
Okay.
Oh, that's an interesting angle. Yeah.
Nice!
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dead.
Nice! I just look at your PV.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
My PV messes Ganondorf up so bad. And at one point he falls off and has to climb back up.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I watched the stream of your PD, actually. Like, I wasn't there when you were doing it, but I watched the recorded one. I feel like I remember that happening.
My Ganondorfs have been getting slightly better. Like, I'm feeling really happy right now, because the last time I did a run, I was about here, and then it's like, well, I have 2 bombs and need to do a super slide, and then missed it. And I was like, But having to do a super slide, like, saves me 20 seconds before Broken Sword. Didn't do that this time. I'm still ahead. I don't have to super slide. I just have to not die. That's all I have to do.
Awesome. Don't do that.
And there's Stolfos, which are the hardest enemy in the game. And then there's like a dangerous way to kill Ganon that is faster. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, don't do that.
Yeah, this, I don't know how it's going through Skype, but this is the laggiest room in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, because it's generating, like, all these rocks?
Yeah. And you're, like, seeing out into the distance.
Oh.
It's like, as you get lower down, the lag gets better, and then the inside scenes are fine.
Okay. Which, honestly, is probably why you keep running inside, like, in terms of design. Like,
yeah. Then out here is still pretty laggy, but it's a little bit better.
Like, I mean, seriously though, like there's this where they keep having you run outside and show you this, you like survey this vast domain, and then the Sonic 06 needs like 3 loading screens to get to this point.
Yeah.
Just
For the Xbox 360.
yeah, which is better than the N64 theoretically. I mean, something went horribly wrong.
I like kicked Zelda in the face right there or something.
Yeah! Oh. That was restoring things.
Yes. If you Z-target anything in this direction, you'll like talk to her.
Ah, okay.
Come on, jump.
Never! Why don't you buy a Honda Civic?
Are you gonna jump? No, someone? Anyone? Someone do something. Stop just like laughing.
Just
Oh, that was a normal stab.
Oh, well, that worked out alright.
Thank you.
Yay!
Don't pick up the Deku nuts.
Oh my goodness. You got the Deku nuts!
Yes.
Use these to...
At least I'm not doing GIM, the get item manipulation, which getting that screen means that your run's over.
No. Oh, because that like will replace something that you specifically messed with.
Yeah, you no,
Right.
that's true in Majora's Mask. If you pick up anything over your duped bottles, then runs over.
Oh.
Because you have Zora eggs in those.
Uh-huh.
And so then there goes your Zora eggs, and there's only 7 in the game.
Oh, yikes. Okay. Alright. Every time, like when you're in the outside ones and you jump to cut a corner, I make the same like noise that Zelda does.
Roll, 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 roll.
Nope, 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 nope.
And then it's straight from here, but every time I like turn around and backwalk, I get hit like 30 times.
Which is supposed to like reduce how much you're hit, right? Because then rocks spawn away from you.
I don't know if it works differently in here, if like this room in particular has scripted rock spawns.
Oh.
I'm honestly not sure. I know if you get hit by any rocks in here as a kid, the game freezes.
Yikes.
It just hard locks.
Wow. Because your hitbox is different and it doesn't know what to do? Or?
I don't know, but those rocks kill Child Link.
Like, it's so weird that that's the thing that the game's like, what? How do I handle this?
But it's okay, like, manipulating the wrong Link through cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're supposed to be tall here. Oh, never mind, you're short. Like, that's fine. But then it's like, drop a rock on your head, and it's like, what do I do? What about Link is conflicting with it so much?
Wow, sure is a good thing Ganondorf's gone forever.
Is your name a reference to something?
It's just someone's name on Steam that I know.
Oh, okay. That's a good name to give Link.
So I didn't have to jump weird into or I didn't have to super slide in.
Because you have a glitched sword.
Yeah. I still could, because I have the sword written to my B button right now. And if I super slid in, then it just wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
So I'd have it either way.
Right, you could super slide in if you wanted to.
Yeah. If I did super slide in, I wouldn't have to pause at the start of this fight.
Oh, and re-equip your sword.
Yeah. Which technically would give me more time to Z-target Ganon and move out of the way. But unless I'm really dumb, first stage of Ganon is really easy.
It would also make this cutscene more hilarious. Sword.
So you have to do this 3 times. Let's move out from under Ganon.
Oh right, because it's like doing 4 damage when it expects you to be doing 1.
Yeah, so he has 10 health for first stage, he has 20 health for second stage.
Okay. That seems fair.
So I can do 10 spin attacks or I can do 5 jump slashes.
Oh, so that's why there's a more dangerous way to do this.
Yeah. That's 2. That was a backflip.
Huh. That's different.
That's 3. That's 4.
Wow, that was actually terrifying when he slashed at you.
That's 5.
Nice!
So I'm gonna split like a second late because I don't want to split early.
Yeah.
And I don't have a good split button. There.
Nice! 101.
It's a lot closer.
That's awesome.
So Wes saves exactly 2 minutes.
Oh.
Just gonna mention that.
Oh, okay. So basically, once you get Wes and don't screw anything else up real bad, you might have sub 1.
Yeah. But
awesome!
That was still 4 minutes faster than my PB, which is
yeah,
a lot better. Let me
That's
see.
awesome.
Does that actually move me up on any leaderboards? I think I'm...
That's the important question.
It's not important yet. I think I'm like 80th on the no wrong more leaderboards.
It's really important to move up there.
Let's see, when I started doing Halo 3 and I moved from like 230th to 150th, I could be like, yeah, I moved up 50 spots.
Yeah! I'm really improving.
That puts me at 71st.
That's a respectable jump, actually.
You see how many N64s are ahead of me? There's a USA N64 that's ahead of me. And a Japanese N64.